It's 6 a.m. and Jane Vaden Thatcher has already finished 4 of her 8 miles that she runs every morning. At the midpoint, she's joined by her pal, Liz Glass, for the second 4 around Dutch Island. The routine is a key ingredient in the Jane equation.
I think it's what keeps me sane. I'll think through what I've got to do. I'll have my day planned. So by the time I come back, I'm de-stressed, I'm ready to go, I'm focused, I know what I have to do.
She injured herself running once. The year was 2008, a terrible year in the car business.
During the General Motors bankruptcy, I actually had a stress fracture, literally, from too much running, which was brought about by dealing with, I just never thought that that would be something that we would go through.
But from the wreckage of the recession came a more robust and diverse Vaden company and a plan to grow into the future.
We went into the recession with 5 dealerships and came out with 8.
What kind of revenue does it, do you guys bring in that is able to sustain such an empire?
Last year in 2013 was our biggest year to date, and our sales were about just over $291 million.
There are 4,700 or so General Motors dealers in the country, and there are only just about 200 of those are women.
Jane Vaden Thatcher is a reluctant ruler. When she got out of college, she was determined to make a name for herself.
I wanted to go somewhere where Vaden didn't mean anything and wasn't on the back of anybody's car, and I wanted to make sure I wanted to get my own job.
Escaping the long shadow of her dad, Jane went into marketing in Atlanta and married Peter Thatcher, but she had to contend with the great salesmanship of Dan Vaden, who convinced her in 1994 to come back home and set her competitive fire ablaze.
My dad opened his first dealership when he turned 40, and so I wanted to open my first dealership by the time I turned 35.
Her first task was winning over her new employees.
That I felt like I had to earn their respect. I didn't inherit their respect. I worked 6 days a week, bell to bell. On Saturdays, I came in and answered the switchboard. To get anything done of real importance, you can't take the elevator.
Timing is everything, but
Coastal Chevrolet was Jane's first solo venture. To make it happen, she had to convince GM that the market could support a second Chevy dealership.
gave birth to the twins in March. Keep in mind I had a 20-month-old at home at the time, and opened my first dealership on my own, which is Coastal Chevrolet, July 1st of that year.
When the auto giant finally agreed, the timing wasn't perfect.
I was only able to take 9 days off when I had the twins.
She's added 3 more dealerships since that time, which assures the running community she'll be buying stress-relieving shoes to pound the pavement of Dutch Island.
So I have 8 car dealerships, 500 employees, 2 13-year-old girls, a 15-year-old boy, and I've been married to my husband for 23 years. So, and we have 3 dogs, just because we don't have enough to worry about.
The social life and all the other things that you just got to set your priorities, and for me, that's what I've given up. That and sleep.
To handle all that she undertakes, Jane believes requires the unique skills that belong to women.
I think women are by nature, we have to be really, really organized because we're multitasking and we're running families and homes, and as well as businesses in my case.
To that, Jane Vaden Thatcher adds only one other thing.
That you have to work really, really hard.
Who can see that, oh yeah, it can be stay-at-home moms, maybe a couple school teachers thrown in.